Kelly Khumalo was born on the 11th of November 1984, a singer, actress, and television personality. Born in Vosloorus and later moved to Nkuthu, KwaZulu-Natal, where she grew up. Khumalo was discovered while performing at a gospel talent search and signed a record deal with Bonsai Entertainment, released her debut studio album, TKO, in 2005. She shot to fame after the release of her debut album. She was named the best newcomer of 2005 in the Afro-pop music circuit. The Past, the Present, the Future album was released in November 2012. In May 2013, she scooped an award at the 19th South African Music Awards. Khumalo's ninth album, The Voice of Africa, in 2020, which incorporated elements of R&B, gospel and Afro-pop. The album was certified gold in South Africa. Okay, let's take a look on Kelly's failed relationships and why did they fail. In 2003, Kelly Khumalo burst into the music scene when she became a finalist in the Crux Gospel Star Talent Search music competition. The young singer would go on to have a relationship with music promoter Prosper Mkhwewa, who proposed to her on the dating show All You Need Is Love. However, the couple split shortly when the businessman confessed to having an affair. Prosper, who had two failed marriages after Kelly, was involved in a near-fatal car crash in 2014, which left him bedridden for months. A year later, he died on the way to the hospital after complaining about a high fever. In 2010, Kelly Khumalo began dating muso Jub Jub. According to the singer, the relationship was toxic and fraught with drugs and allegations of abuse. Later that year, Kelly gave birth to their child Christian, while Jub Jub was awaiting sentencing for his car crash earlier that year that killed 4 schoolchildren in Protea North, Johannesburg. The former couple have a teenage son together, and there has been much debate over who the boy will be better off with.
Your life.
Yeah.
It stays with you.
Yeah. Jub Jub, quickly. That was a very toxic space for you. And I read that you also said toxic was undermining how bad it was.
No, toxic is an understatement.
That's what you said.
It was really bad. Hence, even now, I have no desire to see the guy. Even hearing his name makes me cringe.
But then, you then, correct me if I'm wrong, and ended up going into drugs because of this.
I was introduced to drugs, but
Some are convinced that Jub Jub would be better able to parent their son. This after the child was reportedly expelled from school some time back then. With the constant public backlash that she's failing her son, Kelly Khumalo has hit back at Jub Jub on her reality show, reiterating that he's an absent father. Kelly has previously denied that she is keeping Jub Jub from seeing their son and said, if that was the case, then why hasn't he approached the courts to mediate and get him access? After Jub Jub was released in 2017, after his murder charges were downgraded to culpable homicide, Jub Jub claims Kelly forbade him from seeing his son. She has vehemently denied these claims. Just a few months after Senso's 2013 wedding to Mandisa Mackay's, the Orlando Pirates goalkeeper began seeing Kelly. Kelly Khumalo has opened up about the moment she met Senso Maiwa and the devastation she felt when she discovered he was married. Referring to him as a stranger, Kelly described how the pair had spoken on the phone, met on holiday and still kept in contact upon their return to Joburg. But she felt annoyed by him because he was coming on too strong. She finally gave in and decided to go on a first date with him. She had fun. And from that day he was no longer a stranger, she was in love. Kelly said things moved quickly between them and soon she was telling him about her family. He told her that he too had a child with a previous partner but assured her that they were no longer on speaking terms. In getting to know each other, she had informed him of her baby boy Christian, Christian's dad, her mom and sister. Senso took Kelly to his house on numerous occasions. They made a pact that they will not allow their past to interfere with their future. They fell in love. Maiwa was shot at the Vosloorus home of the mother of his girlfriend, Kelly Khumalo, in October 2014. None of the people who were in the house the night that former Bafana captain Senzo Maiwa was shot dead tried to call the police or emergency service officials after the incident. One investigator, who analyzed cell phone data, including the cell phone records of the accused and the people who were in the house at the time of the shooting, said his investigation did not establish any evidence of a call to the police's flying squad number or any emergency services. Mr. Maiwa was shot trying to protect Ms. Khumalo from armed robbers. 5 suspects were arrested in 2020. Lead investigator Bongani Jininde told a Gauteng High Court, Ms. Khumalo orchestrated a contractual assassination or hit. They added that Ms. Khumalo could not comment but that her legal team is actively addressing the situation. The trial of those accused of killing Mr. Maiwa, a former captain of the national football team and Orlando Pirates goalkeeper, gripped the country. Ms. Khumalo was first suspected of being involved after police documents were leaked in 2020 following the arrest of the men. At the time, her lawyer told local media the gospel singer had no knowledge of the 5 individuals. Mr. Jininde told the court one of the suspects had said in his confession statement that Ms. Khumalo had given them instructions to kill Mr. Maiwa. The lead investigator also said Ms. Khumalo was connected to the suspects through cell phone linkages. One investigator from the National Cold Case Investigation Unit testified that Ms. Khumalo had been in contact with one of the accused at least twice before Mr. Maiwa's murder. In addition to this, Ms. Khumalo also had a photograph of money in a transparent bag on her phone. The same image was found on one of the suspects' phones. The court is currently establishing whether the confession statements are admissible. 2 of the suspects say their confessions were made under duress. Ms. Khumalo and Mr. Maiwa had 1 child together. In 2015, Khumalo was linked to a married KwaZulu-Natal traditional healer Boka, a relationship that ended abruptly when Khumalo allegedly assaulted him after demanding he leave his wife for her. Boka, in a statement to the media, expressed his gratitude to his wife for her strength and support during this tumultuous period. Boka was Kelly's 4th famous date. It is believed Boka was planning to marry Kelly by paying lobola. Boka sent a delegation to Kelly's family in KwaZulu-Natal where he paid the first installment of his lobola. Boka proposed to Kelly in a traditional way by telling her he is in love and wants to send people to her home. But unfortunately things did not work out the way the 2 thought would happen. Khumalo's next high-profile relationship was with rapper Chad the Don, whom she met on the set of her music video for Dance Comigo. The couple became engaged in 2018 after a whirlwind romance. However, the relationship ultimately ended, with Khumalo citing Chad the Don's insecurity about her friends and fans. It was a fairy tale romance that was set to last a lifetime, a romance that had already been revived once before, but 2019 was the year that Kelly Khumalo and Chad the Don's love finally died. As Kelly and Chad celebrated the start of 2019, their romance was solid. Kelly had found her missing piece and the couple had referred to each other as husband and wife. But not long after reports that there was trouble in paradise surfaced, with all their loved-up pictures from social media being deleted. Chad confirmed the split but was upset and told Drum that Kelly was the best thing that had ever happened to him. A month later they were back together and were apparently engaged, with the rapper's mother slamming claims that the breakup was a publicity stunt. Kelly hit back at all those who told her to tone down the romance or shaded the interracial romance, telling people to sit down. Chad spoiled his queen with a massive ring to celebrate their engagement, a morganite jewel on a rose-colored ring band made from gold, weighing 12.03 grams. The ring also had 40 natural round diamonds. They also took a spiritual step and got baptized to signal their commitment to each other. In May 2019, Kelly couldn't help but show off her perfect home and how much of a role model Chad was to her son Christian. Kelly posted a cute snap on Instagram of Chad and Christian rocking the same pose and a sweet caption to go with it. Sadly, The romance died shortly after and the socials were silent about the relationship until much later in the year. Then in November 2019, Chad left fans shocked when he introduced Mzansi to his new bae, who was evident will be ushering the new year with him. Kelly Khumalo began dating former Kaizer Chiefs player Mthakazisi Yend in late 2021. The publication claims they welcomed their child together, a baby girl, a few months later. The secretive couple has reportedly kept their romance off social media. During her pregnancy, no expense was spared at her baby shower. She celebrated with family and friends and deemed the arrival of her daughter as a new lineage legacy. Rumors are that Kelly Khumalo was dumped by Mthakazisi on July of 2023. Kelly caught Yend cheating on her with a 21-year-old female. Currently it is rumored Kelly is dating a wealthy young billionaire, but sources say it is not confirmed. That's all there is to this video. For more upcoming content, kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel.